channel. I hope you're doing super amazing, and if you're new here then hi, welcome, I'm Lolly. So basically this video has been highly requested by everyone that follows me on social media, as I constantly rave about the law of attraction and The Secret on my channel, in my vlogs, on my Instagram, on Twitter. Like, I'm constantly tweeting tweets about law of attraction. Like, I am obsessed, and people are getting intrigued and want to know what I'm talking about. So essentially the law of attraction is that like attracts like, thoughts become things, anything like that. Like basically your energy and what you're feeling and thinking inside is what you attract into your life. In a very simplistic way, that is what the law of attraction is. But it teaches you ways to like be able to be on a frequency to attract things, and be able to choose what you're attracting into your life and control it and boost your emotions. And it's honestly amazing. Like, I have had therapy for 2 years, and honestly just watching The Secret on Netflix has helped me a lot more. Now, if you're not a huge believer in things like this, then one way that I'm going to explain to you that this is something you really need to trust in is the fact that any physicist will tell you that this is true. It's literally science, it's physics, and some of the biggest names on the planet live by law of attraction. Will Smith, Jim Carrey, Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins. There's so many people that you don't even know. Dwayne Johnson. They all live by the law of attraction in The Secret, and it honestly blows my mind. Steve Harvey literally lived in a car homeless for 3 years, and then ended up being one of the biggest presenters there is because he believes in law of attraction. Jim Carrey, essentially homeless, and attracted $10 million, and he's a whole career into his life. Like, trust me, this works. So yeah, as I said, law of attraction is thoughts become things, like attracts like. The first thing I'd recommend if you want to get into The Secret is watching the film on Netflix. It will explain it in a really simplistic way. It will tell you how it's physics, how it's science. Your thoughts can literally be measured by science. Like, this is actually not even a joke. Like, I feel like when you say, like, talk about the law of attraction, people think you're just talking a load of doolally, but I cannot even express to you enough that it's literally like, whether you believe in it or not, like, this is what happens in your mind, and this is why you attract the things. Like, this is why your life is the way it is, whether you believe in it or not. One of my friends, Daisy Jalay, you guys probably know her. She is huge on TikTok and huge on Instagram, and it's her dream life modelling, and it's down to law of attraction. Like, she strongly believes, like, and I talk to her about it quite a lot, and she is a huge, like, inspiration to me. She's such a lovely girl, and it's just so nice talking to her about it and the things she does and the tips and advice she gives me, and hopefully I can give that on to some of you guys. First things first, definitely watch The Secret. Then there's also books. So you can get just The Secret the book, or it also comes in a collection with The Magic, The Hero, and something else. But there's 4 books in the collection, so just to get yourself understanding what it all is, and definitely go and read them books, watch that film, 100%. That is how I started, and it just intrigued me so much. What the law of attraction says is that your thoughts become things. That your thoughts are responsible for what you attract into your life, and the way to control that and to monitor that is to think about your emotions, because your emotions will tell you what your thoughts are, and when you change your emotions, you know you're going to be thinking positive thoughts, and you're going to be on a wavelength to attract good into your life.
I think I just said attract, I definitely meant attract.
So let me tell you a story that is part of The Secret that literally just blows my mind. So there was this man who was on $8,000 a year in a job, which, as you'll know, is not a lot of money, because like there's 12 months in a year, so he's literally on, like, quick math, $600-700 a month, which is nothing. And told him about The Secret, and basically said, I want you to set a goal so big that if you reach it, then you know that it's literally just because of what I've taught you and because of the law of attraction. So this man, on $8,000 a year, a lot of average earning people in the UK will be on about 24 grand a year. Less than that, some maybe 20, 18, 20. So that's like a big thing to just put out there and be like, I'm gonna do this. And so he practiced all the tips this man had told him from $8,000 a year, and about 3 weeks in, he wrote on a check $100,000 and stuck it to his bedroom wall. So that's constantly what he was looking at, what he was visualizing. And then about 3 weeks in, he was like, this doesn't work, like nothing like has changed in my life. And then he was in the shower and he randomly had an idea. This man had written a book, and he thought, if I sell, I think it was 400,000 copies for 25 cents each. 25 cents is a ridiculous price to sell a book at. But 25 cents each, I will make $100,000. But he did not know how he was going to sell these books. A few days later, he walks into like a library or a bookstore or something and sees a sign there that had been there the whole time, but he had never like acknowledged it. And it was basically for this like massive like company, marketing company. And it was the first time he'd actually like acknowledged it. Then a couple weeks after that, he was in a meeting, and he was like doing a speech or something, and then someone came up to him after and was like, what's your contact details, I'd like to write a story on you. And he was like, oh, who do you work for? And she worked for the company that he saw in the library a couple weeks before. So he's making all these connections, and he's like, wow, what is going on? He made $98,000 that year because he got in contact with a woman and started making so many book sales. And he knew he wanted to make $100,000 and had no idea how. And that is such a big part of the law of attraction, is that you need to set goals and visualize and practice gratitude, but you don't have to worry about how you're going to get to them goals, because the universe like will shift and it will just happen for you because of the energies that you're attracting, because the measurement of your thoughts, it will just come to you. And that idea just came to him. That person was attracted into his life to help him make the book sales. Like, he could have made $100,000 that whole time, but he wasn't on a wavelength to attract it because he told himself he was never going to make that much money. So then his wife said, if this works for $100,000, do you reckon it'll work for $1 million? Of course it did. And now he's an absolute millionaire, going from $8,000 a year. There are so many stories like this I just think are incredible. It literally blows my mind. But I'm going to tell you guys how I practice the law of attraction in my life and how I've really felt a change in myself in the last couple months, like 100%. Now, something that everyone will tell you to do is practice gratitude. Gratitude is the seed of everything. Like, once you start appreciating things in your life, you will receive more of it. So I keep a journal. I just have this little journal here, and I started off every morning writing 10 things that I'm grateful for. Every single morning, the first thing I do is say 10 things I'm grateful for in my life, whether it's the food downstairs, the bed that I slept in, the people in my life, the sunshine, my eyesight, anything like that. Write down things you're grateful for, and if you can't find things you're grateful for, then that is honestly a you problem, because there are so many things to be grateful for. I have since then started writing, like, kind of stopped doing the 10 things in the morning and started doing 10 things at night that I was grateful for that happened during the day. Straight away, that makes you feel so much better about your life, and you start looking at your life in a different way. Like, when you start appreciating the small things, you're like, I can't even tell you, like, you don't think it will make a difference. You think you're just gonna, it's like a task to write them down, but it changed your perspective so much, and like, straight away has an effect on your mood. But yeah, just like thank the universe that you're alive, thank you that you're breathing. Like, just say thank you hundreds of times when you get up in the morning. Thank you that I'm alive, thank you for my bed, thank you for the food downstairs, thank you for the soap I'm using, thank you for the invention of toothbrushes, thank you that my siblings are happy and safe, thank you for my parents, thank you for, just keep saying thank you. By the time you walk out the door in the morning, you should have said thank you hundreds of times. And not only do you have to say things, you have to feel grateful for them. Like, you have to actually feel the happiness inside you and feel the change in your mood as you do it. And it will honestly just set you in a good tone for the rest of the day, put you in a good mood for the rest of the day, and change your perspective. And it's just the most basic thing, literally just saying thank you for the things you're grateful for in your life. Like, in your head, write it down. Counting your blessings is the most important thing. I go on about it all the time, so definitely get a little journal to keep note of things in. But every single morning, the first thing you need to do is just kind of thank, like, if you don't believe there's a God, then fine. I'm not a religious person, but I do believe there is something that's bigger than us. Like, think the grass grows effortlessly. Everything in the world has a function, and it just does that function effortlessly. So if you don't believe that things can flow into your life effortlessly, if you're on the right energy to attract it, then, like, I don't know what you believe. Like, everything does what it does because it just does it. Like, the universe just makes it happen. I just think that's crazy. The second thing that I find is really helpful, and Daisy also spoke to me about this, is that when you have a goal, there's a thing called scripting. So essentially you write down, like, diary entries almost, as though you've just achieved that goal, and you have to, like, visualize, like, how you would feel if you just achieved that goal, or like what your life would be like, what your routines would be like, your emotions, how you're going to feel in that moment. You have to absolutely visualize everything as though you have already achieved that goal, and you write it down as a diary entry. So for me, I write diary entries as I've just hit 100,000 subscribers. Visualization is really important because it's like what you see you're going to attract as well. And you basically have to, the law of attraction says that you have to believe that something is already yours in order to receive it. So you have to be grateful for what you have already, and then believe what you want is already yours, and be on the right wavelength to attract it, which means being in your happy mood. Now, something that I love that is not directly to do with The Secret or the law of attraction, but is definitely related, is inspirational speeches, motivational speeches. I listen to them every morning. I listen to them at work in the background instead of music. They are honestly incredible. One of the greatest speeches I've heard is called Manifest Your Gift, which is a speech by Denzel Washington. It's 29 minutes long on YouTube. I'll try and link the video down below. I highly recommend listening to it. There's so many you can find. They're literally amazing. So definitely give that a go. They're literally incredible. They make me feel so good, and they just literally, like, when you're sitting there and I'm sitting here on the computer doing my work and I'm like bubbling inside because I just want to start editing or filming, it makes you so motivated. And they are from people like Oprah Winfrey, Denzel Washington, like all these incredible people that have achieved so much, and they swear by the fact that it's the law of attraction. Even people like Albert Einstein, like before we even had like all this technology, he literally like said that everything in his life was because of the law of attraction. There's a quote from Albert Einstein that says, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's common attractions, which again is literally saying like what you visualize and see in your head is what is going to come in your life. Like what you want is what's going to turn up. Like, and he knew that, which I just think is crazy. And there's so many big names. Like honestly, watch The Secret and you'll see so many of these people that you're like, wow, like it is honestly just amazing. I think it's really strongly about the fact that you need to just change your perspective on life. Like it really will start to change things for you, and it will just, I cannot even explain it. Like before I started researching law of attraction and practicing it, I had no idea how much of an impact it would have. And obviously I'm not flying up thousands of subscribers at the minute, but just my life in general is, and everything, my mental health is in a million times a better place just for doing these simple little tasks every day and just for listening to speeches. Like it's minimal effort to do, and it makes the biggest impact. So like I said, I had 2 years of counselling, and even that didn't impact me the way that this has, like practicing the law of attraction has. If you get the second book in the book collection, The Magic will give you 28 different practices to change your life by law of attraction, including scripting, including gratitude. There's things called like gratitude stones, like so many different things. The 10 blessings is the first thing you need to do. That book is insane. I could not put it down. I've read it in about 2 days, I think. So definitely invest in the books. Like it's just so worth it. I can't even explain to you. I feel like there's so many things I'm going to miss out in this video, and I'm going to watch back and be like, oh, I'm so annoyed that I didn't say that, but I just want to kind of get out to you all the information I can at the minute. Oprah Winfrey said that the wrong way to manifest things into your life is to ask for it. Like you have to ask for it firstly. I forgot to say that. You have to write it down, you have to say it aloud, you have to ask for it in your head, you have to like constantly tell yourself like, I want this, please can I have this, because people won't dare to ask for their dreams. That's why only 2% of people actually live their dream life. That's why 2% of people own 98% of the population's wealth. It's not an accident. Like it is because of the law of attraction. They attract that wealth to their life. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. The rich get richer because the rich know that they have the ability to be rich, so they attract more of it into their life. The poor people are telling themselves they're always going to be poor, and they're blocking any access to more money coming to them. Like your thoughts are blocking that. If you tell yourself, oh, I've got to pay for this, I've got to pay for that, you're not going to attract more money. The rich get richer because the rich know they can be rich. And anyway, Oprah Winfrey said that you have to ask for it, and then you have to not worry about it. All you have to do is ask for it, and then make sure you're in an uplifted way. You're writing your scripting, you're doing your gratitude, like you feel grateful for everything, and you're on a good wavelength to be able to receive it. If you worry about how you're going to do it, then you're not going to receive, because your job isn't to worry about how. Like I said, the energy will like move things around. Like that man attracted that woman into his life. He didn't have to worry about how he was going to make $100,000. He had an instinct and he went with it, and that's what you have to do. It just blows my mind. There is so much information I have to give you, but I don't want to give you too much in one video. So if you want other videos of like specific parts of this for me to talk about, well then 100% I will. It just blows my mind. Like it is my favourite thing on earth. I tell everyone about it. But the first thing, to anyone who wants to start law of attraction or start researching it, the first thing I'll tell you to do is to get a gratitude book, and every single morning write down 10 things you're grateful for, and constantly in the day say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, it is just incredible. Like wow. The fact that it's science, and the fact that so many successful people say that it's because of the law of attraction, like how can you not believe it? And at the end of the day, even if you don't believe in it, it's constantly working anyway. Like your thoughts are still putting out energy and signals. It's working anyway, so you may as well just give it a crack at being happy and see what happens. My best friend Grace, we talk about the law of attraction all the time. She loves the law of attraction, and I can't even tell you, like even her life has changed so much in the past year. It's truly insane. Like since I started law of attraction, I've got in 2 brand deals with brands I absolutely love. my money has gone up. Like, there's just, I can't even explain it. Like, the smallest things in your life will change. But the biggest part for me, I haven't got hundreds of thousands of subscribers right now, and I haven't got all the money in the world, but I'm a lot happier than I was before, which is the first step to be able to attract anything else. Again, that is the basics of the law of attraction and the advice I'm going to give you for now. So please comment down below any specifics that you would like, certain topics, certain parts of the law of attraction, scripting, writing your blessings, whatever you want me to talk about, I will talk about in a part 2 to this, because I'm sure I've got many more videos about the law of attraction to come. But honestly, it's truly amazing. I'll link things down below, such as the books, some of the videos I listen to. Honestly, watch The Secret on Netflix. It's just amazing. But thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope this helped in any way and that it intrigued some of you. But send you all my love. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.